When Jungkook finally returned to South Korea long after the other BTS members had already arrived home, fans immediately noticed the unusual timing. Airports have become places where even the smallest detail can spark thousands of conversations, and this moment was no exception. Cameras captured Jungkook walking through Incheon International Airport with his familiar calm expression, dressed comfortably and moving at his own pace while greeting the press and fans with quiet politeness. It was not a dramatic entrance filled with grand gestures, yet something about the timing immediately caught everyone's attention. Why had he returned later than everyone else? Was there a special schedule that kept him overseas? Had he simply chosen to travel separately? Those questions quickly spread across social media, but despite the countless discussions, no official statement suggested anything unusual or concerning. Sometimes the simplest explanation is the most likely one, especially for artists whose individual schedules often differ even while promoting as a group. For BTS, traveling together has always represented more than logistics. Fans have watched them share airports, buses, backstage waiting rooms, hotels, and countless flights across more than a decade. Those familiar images have become symbols of friendship, teamwork, and mutual support. Because of that history, even a situation where one member travels alone naturally attracts attention. Jungkook's solo arrival stood out precisely because people are so accustomed to seeing the members together whenever possible. Yet anyone who has followed BTS for years also knows that individual commitments regularly require different travel plans. Recording sessions, commercial projects, private schedules, family time, and countless professional responsibilities can easily result in separate departures or arrivals without carrying any deeper meaning. As videos of Jungkook's return circulated online, fans focused on every detail. His relaxed walk through the terminal, his gentle waves toward reporters, and his respectful bows reflected the same humble personality people have admired for years. There was no visible sign of distress or urgency. Instead, he appeared composed, healthy, and grateful for the warm welcome waiting for him. Long flights can be exhausting for anyone, especially after demanding overseas schedules, yet Jungkook continued to acknowledge the people who had gathered simply to see him safely return home. Those brief moments reminded many why he continues to earn admiration not only for his talent but also for his consistent kindness in public appearances. The conversation became even more interesting when Taehyung's reaction unexpectedly attracted enormous attention online. Rather than making dramatic public comments about Jungkook's delayed arrival, what resonated with fans was the warmth often reflected in their interactions, whether through social media activity, casual moments captured by cameras, or simple gestures that demonstrated genuine friendship. Depending on the specific event being discussed, fans interpreted Taehyung's behavior in different ways, but many agreed that his calm, supportive attitude represented the kind of bond that has characterized BTS since their earliest years. It was less about creating headlines and more about recognizing the comfort that longtime friends naturally provide each other. Over the years, the friendship between Jungkook and Taehyung has become one of the most recognized relationships within BTS. Their personalities are noticeably different in many ways, yet those differences have often complemented each other beautifully. Taehyung tends to express emotions openly through playful humor, thoughtful conversations, and spontaneous affection, while Jungkook often communicates through quieter actions rather than lengthy explanations. Together they have shared unforgettable memories during concerts, travel documentaries, variety programs, rehearsals, and behind-the-scenes content. Fans have watched them laugh uncontrollably over simple jokes, encourage each other during difficult performances, and celebrate achievements with genuine excitement. Those countless moments have created a foundation that naturally shapes how people interpret even ordinary interactions today. It is important, however, to separate observable moments from speculation. Social media can move incredibly fast, and viral posts often combine facts with assumptions until they become difficult to distinguish. A delayed flight can suddenly transform into an elaborate story, while a simple online interaction can be interpreted as carrying hidden messages that were never intended. Responsible fans have increasingly encouraged one another to appreciate the real moments that BTS chooses to share instead of building narratives without reliable evidence. Respecting the members' privacy has become an essential part of supporting them, especially now that each member also pursues individual projects alongside group activities. The fact that Jungkook traveled alone also highlighted something many people sometimes overlook. Although BTS is celebrated worldwide as a legendary group, each member remains an individual artist with unique responsibilities and personal schedules. Throughout their careers, there have been countless occasions when one member stayed behind for additional work while others departed earlier. Recording music, filming advertisements, participating in interviews, attending fashion events, or simply adjusting travel plans can all influence departure times. None of these situations automatically indicate conflict or emotional distance. Instead, they often demonstrate how carefully coordinated the members' demanding careers have become. Taehyung's response became viral largely because fans recognized authenticity rather than performance. Whether expressed through a simple interaction, a supportive gesture, or a moment shared online, genuine friendship rarely requires dramatic words. BTS has built an extraordinary reputation because the members consistently celebrate one another's successes while quietly supporting each other through demanding schedules. Viewers have seen this pattern repeated over many years. One member finishes an exhausting performance, and another waits backstage with encouragement. Someone completes a solo achievement, and the rest proudly congratulate him. These repeated examples make even subtle expressions of friendship feel meaningful because they fit a well-established history. Many longtime fans remembered earlier periods when Jungkook and Taehyung demonstrated similar support under very different circumstances. During difficult rehearsals, emotional concerts, and major career milestones, cameras occasionally captured brief exchanges that spoke louder than lengthy conversations. A reassuring smile before stepping on stage, a playful joke to reduce tension, or a comforting hug after an emotional performance often became unforgettable memories precisely because they appeared spontaneous. Those authentic moments helped audiences understand that their friendship is built through years of shared experiences rather than carefully planned public appearances. Another reason this airport story attracted so much attention is that BTS now exists in a unique chapter of its career. After years filled with military service, solo projects, and gradual reunions, every appearance naturally carries greater emotional significance for fans. Each airport arrival, live broadcast, performance, or photograph represents another reminder that the members continue moving toward future activities together. Because audiences waited patiently through long periods with fewer group appearances, even routine updates now receive enormous interest worldwide. That excitement reflects the deep connection millions of people feel toward the group after more than a decade of music and shared memories. Airports themselves have become symbolic places within BTS history. They represent departures toward new adventures and arrivals marking the completion of demanding schedules. Fans have witnessed countless emotional airport moments over the years, ranging from exhausted smiles after international tours to excited greetings before major concerts. Every journey carries invisible stories about rehearsals, recordings, meetings, and performances that audiences never fully see. Jungkook's later arrival became another chapter in that continuing story, not because of confirmed drama but because people remain genuinely interested in every stage of the group's remarkable journey. As discussions continued online, many thoughtful fans encouraged a more balanced perspective. Instead of asking why Jungkook arrived alone as though something must have happened, they reminded others that international travel is rarely simple. Flight availability, weather conditions, airline scheduling, work commitments, visa processing, filming obligations, and countless practical factors can influence travel arrangements. These everyday realities often receive less attention than dramatic speculation, yet they usually provide the most reasonable explanations. Appreciating those practical possibilities helps create healthier conversations while respecting the artists involved. The viral attention surrounding Taehyung also reflected something deeper than a single response. His reputation for openly expressing affection toward the people he cares about has remained consistent throughout BTS's career. Whether interacting with fellow members, staff, or fans, Taehyung often communicates warmth through natural gestures rather than carefully scripted statements. Because audiences have repeatedly witnessed that sincerity, even a brief expression of support can resonate powerfully. It feels believable because it aligns with the personality many people have observed over the years. Jungkook's independent confidence also deserves recognition. Since debuting as the youngest member of BTS, he has grown into an accomplished performer capable of handling enormous responsibilities both individually and as part of the group. Traveling alone no longer appears unusual when viewed through the lens of his professional maturity. He has successfully managed global schedules, international interviews, solo performances, and major artistic projects. Returning home independently after completing overseas commitments reflects that same confidence rather than isolation. His calm demeanor throughout the airport appearance reinforced the image of an experienced artist simply completing another demanding journey. One fascinating aspect of modern fandom is how quickly small moments become shared emotional experiences across the globe. Within minutes of Jungkook's arrival, videos were translated into multiple languages, discussed on countless platforms, and viewed by millions of people living in completely different countries. Fans analyzed body language, facial expressions, clothing choices, and travel details with incredible enthusiasm. While this level of engagement demonstrates extraordinary devotion, it also highlights the importance of approaching viral moments thoughtfully. Not every unanswered question requires a dramatic explanation, and sometimes respecting uncertainty allows appreciation to remain grounded in reality. Perhaps the strongest message emerging from this story is not about delayed flights or viral reactions at all. Instead, it is about the remarkable trust that BTS has built with its audience over many years. Fans continue paying attention because they genuinely care about the members' well-being. They celebrate safe arrivals, successful performances, creative achievements, and personal happiness with heartfelt enthusiasm. That emotional investment explains why ordinary moments often feel significant. The challenge is ensuring that genuine care remains accompanied by patience, respect, and an understanding that the members also deserve private lives beyond public attention. As BTS continues writing new chapters in its extraordinary career, stories like this will almost certainly continue appearing. Individual schedules will differ. Members will sometimes travel separately, pursue different creative opportunities, and return home at different times. Supportive interactions between lifelong friends will continue attracting admiration because they remind audiences of the genuine relationships that helped build BTS from the beginning. Jungkook's later arrival and the widespread attention surrounding Taehyung's response ultimately became another example of how deeply connected fans remain to every step of the group's journey. Rather than confirming hidden narratives, the moment offered a quieter reminder that authentic friendship often speaks most clearly through simple actions, steady support, and the confidence that comes from sharing years of unforgettable experiences together.